Disclaimer: Individual Phase Relation Realism, IPRR, is utterly speculative. This song explores possible links between quantum physics and general relativity using phase relations and objective collapse as intuitive tools. It is not established science, not mathematically rigorous, and not experimentally verified, intended purely for inspiration, intuition, and curiosity.
Locality is individuality. Phase relation individuality. Individual outcomes, events, locality.
But individuality is pre-scientific information.
Individual phase relation realism is first and foremost an interpretation. Individual phase relation realism assumes objective collapse. Individual phase relation realism describes modes, not particles individually labeled. Individual phase relations determine individual outcomes. Collapse is not associated with heat. Phase is not spatial rotation. The wave function describes a real phenomenon. When an individual phase relation kicks in, the wave entity collapses. Objective collapse arises from a sudden phase match. Subscientific information carried by individual phase relation splashes into our world, prompting us to update our scientific information. Individual phase relation realism is non-local. Standard quantum evolution holds until measurement. Standard quantum evolution holds until objective collapse. Unmeasurable space-time variations may act as contextual selectors. Just as general relativity does not fix the precise configuration between nearby events, but allows all possible space-time arrangements, space-time as a contextual selector might be viewed accordingly. Quantum interference, entanglement, and Berry phases are all phase-based phenomena. Individual phase relation realism may remain an interpretation. Suggesting determinism in general relativity is untroubling. Formally, a statistical formulation might suffice, but real individual phase relations are needed for ontological determinism. For a fully unified theory with general relativity, you might need the real individual phase relations for events. Individual phase relation realism aims at unification rather than making new predictions. Phase negotiating with the operators might open the door to general relativity. Individual phase relation realism seeks to provide intuition. Collapse is effectively local. Individual phase relation realism provides locality since it provides individual outcomes. Locality is the language of events. The ensemble of collapses follows Born rule statistics, so coarse graining many events reproduces the energy, momentum, and statistics of the underlying wave function. For gravity, it suffices that the statistical pattern of events mirrors the underlying quantum world. The events make the picture tangible and locally definable. Jacobson showed that local thermodynamic relations lead to Einstein's equations. From quantum entropy, general relativity emerges as an equation of state.